Have you ever asked yourself, why do people take advantage of your kindness? Why the more you give, the more they expect? Why, when you need support, are you left standing alone? Well, it's not because you're weak. It's because the world has taught you a lie. That being good is enough. Doing the right thing will protect you, but Machiavelli would tell you the truth, a darker truth to be precise. One you already feel, even if you've never said it out loud. You are too good to people, and they know it, and that's why they use you. Machiavelli understood something brutal about human nature. People don't follow the good, they follow the strong. And in this world, kindness without power is currency for betrayal. He even warned us that it is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Not because fear is cruel, but because love, when unguarded, turns into exploitation. People don't always repay your loyalty. They calculate what they can take from you, then disappear the moment you stop giving. You've seen it, haven't you? You help, you forgive, you stay patient. And somehow, they grow bolder, ruder, colder. Because when you don't protect your boundaries, they assume you have none. Let's be clear. Being good isn't the problem. Being unguarded is. You've been taught that morality means sacrifice, that to be noble is to let things go. But Machiavelli offers a different kind of wisdom, one grounded in survival. He believed in strategic goodness, controlled virtue, doing good, not because the world deserves it, but because you chose it on your terms. That's the difference between being kind and being used. Now ask yourself this. Have you ever stayed quiet to keep the peace, only to feel humiliated later? Have you ever gone out of your way to help someone, only to realize they were never planning to help you? If so, don't worry, Machiavelli has some advice on it. He would say that that action wasn't kindness. That was submission. And submission invites betrayal. Because here's the part people don't tell you. When you're always kind, people stop seeing you. They see a resource, a tool, a stepping stone. And when you finally say no, well, you become the villain. But there's another path to this, one where you're respected, one where your kindness is still present, but so is your authority. It begins with understanding the nature of power. Machiavelli believed power isn't evil, it's neutral, it's a tool. And if good people don't learn how to wield it, someone else will. Someone who doesn't care about ethics. Someone who's already 2 moves ahead because while you were trying to be fair, they were building leverage. So what does this mean for you? It means you must stop expecting the world to repay your heart. You must begin learning how power works and how to pair it with your values. And if you are asking why to begin, well, start at a simple state like to learn to say no without explanation. Create distance without guilt. Stop giving people access to your energy just because they ask for it nicely. You're not here to be everyone's support system. You're here to protect your mission, to lead with purpose, to stand tall when others crumble. However, that's just the first step of this journey, because kindness, when controlled, becomes strength. On the other hand, the same kindness when expected becomes weakness. So ask yourself again, are you being good or are you being devoured? It might be a hard question considering we are taught to be kind from childhood. But don't worry, Machiavelli has drifted a smooth path to bound you out of those childhood shackles. Machiavelli's strategy takes a sharp turn that most good people never see coming. You see, to be honest, people don't always take advantage of cruelty. They see it as being strong, being guarded. However, they take advantage of kindness without consequences. This is where Machiavelli's strategy comes into play. Remember, he is not telling good people to be villains. No. He is simply telling them to become strategists, controller of their own lives. To make it even more interesting, he is urging people to study power the way others study betrayal. Because if you don't understand how power works, someone else will use that ignorance against you. And they already have. Now, you might be wondering what Machiavelli's strategy teaches you. Well, first, it teaches you to stop trying to be liked by everyone. You see, the more you chase approval, the more invisible you become. And when you beg to be accepted, you shrink. But that's not all. And when you shrink, you disappear until you're only useful when someone else needs something. That's now the trap the shackles of kindness has set in place. Thinking about how to escape it? Well, don't worry, I've got you covered. First, stop giving without precision. People value what they earn, not what's handed to them freely. And by giving, I mean things like your support. Make it conditional. Not everyone at any time can get it. They should work to get it. On the other hand, your time should also be precious. Guard it like a weapon. When you give yourself value, the world will also give you value in response. But when you are just available anytime, you will become a tool and utility at someone else's game. At last, your forgiveness. Let it be rare, not because you're cruel, but because you're strategic. And because when you make kindness a default, it loses all weight. But when you make kindness a choice, one backed by strength, it becomes powerful. Second move on how to escape the kindness trap is to learn the power of unpredictability. Machiavelli believed that predictability kills respect. When people always know how you'll react, they stop adjusting to you. But when they hesitate, when they have to think twice before speaking out of line, when they're unsure if you'll forgive or walk away, that's when you own the room without raising your voice. Let people wonder what you'll tolerate. Let them worry about crossing you. That uncertainty is control. And control isn't cruelty, it's survival. Third, stop explaining yourself. This one hurts for good people because you've been trained to justify your boundaries. But every time you explain a no, you're offering negotiation. You're inviting persuasion. You're signaling weakness, even when you're right. Machiavelli would say that a ruler who begs for understanding is no ruler at all. So make your words final. Let your decisions stand on their own. And if someone asks why, just look at them. Let the silence answer. But that's not all. Here's the part that most people never realize. You can be both feared and loved. Not because you manipulate, but because you build yourself into someone they don't want to lose. When people know you're kind, but also know you'll disappear without warning if disrespected, they'll value you more. When they know your loyalty is strong, but your patience has limits, they'll protect the bond. This is not about becoming cold, it's about becoming clear. So what's the real lesson here? You were never too kind, you were too accessible, too patient with those who never earned it, too loyal to people who only saw you as a convenience. Machiavelli doesn't ask you to change your values. He asks you to defend them. Because in a world full of takers, the only good people who survive are the ones who learn how to draw blood without shedding any. Here's your final truth. You don't have to stop being good, but you do have to stop being easy. You can lead with empathy. You can live with integrity. But only if you build your power before you offer your heart. Because without power, goodness gets ignored. And without boundaries, goodness gets destroyed. So be good, but never again at your own expense.